Hey guys, today I'm sharing a sped up version of my painting process for one of my favorite characters, UGG the Caveboy, from the picture book I've been working on. This little guy has been with me from the very beginning and of the project, because he was the one that started the whole story in my head, and honestly I completely fell in love with him while creating this story. The book is about UGG himself, a bit of a naughty but nice cave boy who thinks he's a huge brave hero, and he definitely wants everyone to actually think that too, but deep down he's scared. And in the book I want to show this kind of I am so courageous, and then oh no, I can be scared but curious at the same time. And what I love most about him is that even though he's afraid, he still chooses to walk through that fear. And yeah, I love the story. So there's a turning point in the story where he meets a mysterious girl wearing a scary cat mask. Her name is Z. I came up with the name yesterday and the character yesterday. And she has boots that leave paw prints, so this is what makes him actually follow her, because he thinks that it's a beast, and if he takes it down then his father is gonna think that he's old enough to go hunt with them. And yeah, but anyway, he's convinced that she's a monster at first, and honestly she does look terrifying in her cat mask, but then you see her and she's very sweet and nice. And yeah, in the book, UGG breaks the rules, and by breaking the rules, he actually saves his family from hunger and gains a new friend. So yeah, that's I love the story. So I think that there's this strong emotional arc between the silliness and it's about courage, mischief, and connection. And yeah, I can't wait to actually put this a bit more together and bring the story to life. But I wanted to go back to the illustration, as I mentioned. I think I didn't mention. No, I'm gonna mention it now. So on Patreon you can watch it for free completely. I just broke up the video in chunks and cut out the beginning and the end of the oh hi guys every day. So basically I put all the days that I rendered it into parts, and you can see all the parts of the rendering process with my comments on top. And sometimes I do talk a bit in the middle while I'm actually rendering, but anyways, I hope maybe this can be useful. And I do these kind of drawings every morning, and I am doing them live on YouTube just because it prevents me from eliminating stuff and starting over again. So if you would like to join me sketching, drawing, or just chatting and in the mornings, you can join the drawing sessions on YouTube. But now I'm going to talk a bit about this illustration. I started with a finished sketch, and because I was creating a sketch, and then I saw, oh my god, I saw in the midway, I saw that the eye is just, it's wrong. Sometimes you get that blurred vision where you don't notice, and I saw that it's not in its place, the eye, the one that's to the right. So I have to change that, but it's easily fixed in Procreate. So yeah, this is one of the perks of doing digital watercolor and colored pencil technique. You can always fix it easy. And for the most part I used Adilson Farias watercolor brushes, and I laid the base with them. So I wanted to go with this kind of analogous palette, that's basically the colors that are on the same side of the color wheel, and add a bit of accents of the complementary color that's teal. So it's orange brownish colors and teal in his tattoo, and it or maybe it's just a drawing on his forehead and the rock that he wears around his neck. And instead of using Poopy Cat's brushes this time, I used the brush Scribbler. It's from one of the colored pencil brush packs. I will leave the name of the brush pack and in the Patreon description, and here also I will try to leave it here. If I forget, please do remind me. And it really feels like a colored pencil and you can blend with it nicely. So I used basically that brush to pick and choose the colors that I created with watercolor layer, the base watercolor layer, and I left some areas of the watercolor basically untouched. They look like watercolor and it's amazing. It's like crazy. So yeah, I love Adilson Farias' brushes. Also Lisa Glantz, she has amazing watercolor brushes, but I think I lean towards Adilson Farias more. So after creating the base, I began layering values using overlay layers for highlights and multiply layers for shadows, and I played around with cool and warm tones also. And in this one I was using a lot the lasso tool, and now in the next illustration that I'm doing, I'm actually using this bouton like brush thing that I bought, and I am trying it out. So yeah, you can use the lasso tool also, but it gives you like that more interesting texture. But anyway, not to digress. A lot of process was just manual blending, and it's just color picking from the colors that I already created with watercolor layer, and yeah, just blending it with the Scribbler brush. It's a technique that I picked up from Poopy Cat. I love her, and it's really cool. But I use my own, like I am selecting my own brushes because I'm looking what I like and what I like less. So yeah, also about UGG's pose and expression. This is like the golden pose, they say, like in illustration when you present the character, and he's like a bit cocky, a bit like self-confident here, but he's nice. I think the pose kind of tells his story. And then in the illustrations in the book, he's gonna have this kind of slingshot that he made himself, and he really believes himself to be this kind of big man already, not a boy. And yeah, one thing that I tried to do here, as I learned with Frogster, his little buddy, that I didn't want to overwork the textures and to leave that watercolor texture shine through. So here I tried to keep the base layer as much as possible, like to keep it visible, but yeah, correcting the shapes with the colored pencil. So this is basically what you would do if you were to work with traditional watercolor and pencils, colored pencils. So yeah, after I did the character, adding the signature, cropped the canvas, and that's it. Now we're here. I uploaded the videos, and honestly, I am getting so much pleasure out of rendering right now. It was my bane. It was literally like impossible for me to render because I never liked it. I couldn't push through the ugly stage, but now I found this strategy, and it's almost 2 weeks that I'm doing a render every day, even though I have like other drawings to do. But I'm learning with every day is like 50 minutes or an hour, like depends. I'm learning so much about how to use the brushes and what I like and what I don't. So this is a very cool habit, I think, to take, because you do the sketches and stuff is when you need to like think with the proportions so the character looks himself. But when you render, when you add those colors, it's so much fun. Now I'm enjoying it so much more. And yeah, as I mentioned, you can see the full real-time version completely free just like on my Patreon for this month. I'm gonna keep all the new tutorials. They're gonna be completely free, and then I'm gonna put them like in this treasure box of tutorials. And yeah, that's it. This brings us to UGG. the final version of UGG. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I hope you find this video useful. And if you're interested to see the process, as I said, the Patreon is there free, and I hope that someone can get something out of it and maybe learn some new tricks and that would be enough for me. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next live session and in the next video. Bye.